No,
Now we're live.
we're live.
Good morning. I'm here with my special guest, Carl Rafferty.
Hi, my name is not Taylor Maville.
It is not.
Nope.
You're much more handsome.
Thank you.
Yes,
I
much
agree.
better
I
personality.
agree with both those things.
So, what do you have to say today, this morning?
I just want to say that way to go, Ohio State. Way to represent the Big Ten. That was awesome. That was super cool. You guys in Oregon and Penn State. So go Big Ten.
That was the best Christmas present you could ever give me. On air. I hope our microphone's on. Okay, good. I'm glad I wasn't muted.
All right, can I go now?
You can go now. Thanks for joining.
Go blue.
So Taylor is out today. It is just me solo. I look a little rough this morning because yes, I was watching that Ohio State game last night. They look great going on to play Oregon, and so two Big Ten teams in the Rose Bowl semifinal. So yeah, I am by myself today, and I am very, very underprepared. So please bear with me as I'm sharing my stuff here. Oh. So it is week 16. Is it week 16? It is week 16. It's week 16. I can't believe we've made it 16 weeks through the season. 2 more weeks to go. Playoffs are getting set. We have 2 spots left in the AFC. We have 4 spots left in the NFC. The Bears have finally been actually mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. So, yeah, right. There are still a few teams that have a slim chance, but for the most part, it looks like the playoffs are set. The seedings, though, they're still working on the one seed, 2 seeds. A lot of Philly fans are Bears fans today. Yeah. Good luck with that, Philly fans. But we did have a couple games. What was the Thursday night game? That felt so long ago. It was Denver and the Chargers. That's right. Denver and the Chargers. Denver looked really good coming off the beginning of that game. We have a lot of people here today. It's great. I believe, are the Eagles at 1:00 today? Yeah. So the Eagles nest is already filling up, and you can see how very much prepared I am. The only game that really mattered to me this weekend was that Ohio State game, that Ohio State victory. So, but that Chargers Broncos game. Broncos look real good. I picked the under. I totally thought it was going to be a defensive struggle. I thought there wasn't going to be a lot of scoring, and I think they might even hit the over. I think it was 41. It was played close to right after halftime. But Jim Harbaugh made some great halftime adjustments. Chargers came back out looking really, really good. But it looks like both these teams, I'm pulling up the playoff picture right now, sorry, are going to be in the playoffs. I think the Chargers are the 5th seed right now, and I think the Broncos are holding on to the 8th seed. Chargers are 6th seed, Broncos 7th seed. So right now you have 3 teams from the AFC West in the playoffs, which is kind of crazy. You wouldn't have thought that earlier. Last year it was 3 teams from the AFC North.
I feel like this has been a very screwy football year.
Other than even the Chiefs winning all these like little games, like by 1 or 2.
But just some of these teams upsetting other teams that we'd never think of.
Yeah.
You scratch your head.
There's the really bad teams, which are not the Bears. No, the Bears aren't really, really bad. The Patriots, the Giants, the Panthers are still kind of putting up a fight here. So the Panthers aren't as bad as we thought they were going to be. But yeah, so right now in the AFC, you have the Chiefs. The Bills are still trying to go for that number 1 seed. Bills have a very, very easy schedule. I think they play the Patriots twice in these next 2 games, where the Chiefs have actually a pretty tough schedule coming up. I don't remember. They played Houston, so they're playing the Ravens. They're playing the Ravens on Christmas Day. It was a little close in the beginning, but both the Ravens ended up winning that game too. So, yeah. So it was Houston. So yesterday, which I did not understand why we had NFL football on college football game day. I learned it's because these teams are both playing on Christmas. Vice versa, though. The the Texans are going to be playing the Steelers. Ravens are going to be playing the Chiefs. God, I am out of it today. I'm so sorry. And you guys just have to listen to me talk for however long. So we'll make this quick and easy. So going back to yesterday's games, the Chiefs, again, kept it close. Texans look good. Tank Dell did dislocate his kneecap. Yeah. And thankfully, it wasn't anything where CJ Stroud was really, really shooken up by that play. He was crying on his teammate's shoulders. That just shows how much he loves his receivers there. But so no more Stephon Diggs. He's been out for a while. So they're really going to be relying on Nico Collins going forward. But they do have that 4th spot right now, and they are first in the AFC South. So I think they're going to end up keeping that 4th spot at 9-6 because they are going to win their division. So, and then we had the Ravens and Steelers, which now they're both 10-5, which is kind of crazy. But Steelers are still first in the FC. I guess they're holding the tiebreaker there. So, the Ravens they look really good. Steelers seem to be falling off without. I mean, we had a whole bunch of no name guys with no George Pickens. There's really who's Wilson going to throw to? Who's Wilson going to throw to? What was the one guy's name? Like, I don't even know. He had the long hair. What did I call him? Skid Row. I don't know. His name started with an S, and it looked like it was kind of long. And there were some guys there. I expected Fryermuth to have a big role in that game, but Ravens come out with the victory there. I don't know. Do you guys think the Ravens are going to be a threat in the playoffs? You think that?
Is their defense playing again?
Why can't I see comments here? Oh, there we go. Comments. Okay. Sorry, my app here has some new information. I can make a whole brand out of this, man. We're Sports Show or brand. Yeah, I think the Ravens are coming together at the right time. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, you can't really.
No.
And Mark Andrews has he was really quiet last year. Mark Andrews has really become we got things breaking over here. We got Brian yelling over here. Jade's got her candy canes. But yeah, I think you can't ever count out the Ravens. Although I think the Bills look really, really primed to take over that AFC.
Yeah.
So let's get into today's games. Oh, well, we'll start with the Battle of Ohio. This is the second meeting, Cincinnati and Cleveland. Jameis Winston got benched earlier this week. So we are now on, again, the Dorian Thompson-Robinson show here. He has sat behind Joe Flacco. He sat behind Deshaun Watson. He sat behind Jameis Winston. He's been on this team for about 3 years now. But they did draft him. So he's only been with the Browns. So I don't think it's his time right now. I think going against that, I expect Myles Garrett to get to Joe Burrow a couple times today, but I think that Cincinnati offense is just on fire right now. Myles Garrett did tell the organization this week that he wants the Browns to not rebuild. He wants to be part of a team that wins, and he's not here to be rebuilding. If they plan on rebuilding, they can plan on not having him on the team, basically, kind of giving an ultimatum. So hopefully the Browns take that to heart and go out.
Do you think it's worth it?
I mean, like when we were talking about what do you do with Sam Darnold and, with JJ McCarthy comes back, could Sam Darnold be someone that the Browns maybe pick up as a veteran quarterback going forward instead of rebuilding?
What is the age? You have to look at the age. What's the average age?
That's a good point. I'll have to look at that because Myles Garrett's been on the team for 8 years now. We did get rid of Amari Cooper and bring in Jerry Jeudy, so he's been a real highlight. Nick Chubb doesn't seem to be the same player after that injury coming back. Jerome Ford's getting a lot more touches. You know what I'm at? I'm wearing my Kareem Hunt shirt today, and Kareem Hunt is freaking killing it for the Chiefs still, even with Pacheco back. And I don't know why we got rid of Kareem Hunt.
Can I be in it with you?
You're gonna come do your thing.
No. I want to be in it with
No.
Taylor.
No.
No.
So, but I got the Bengals in this one. I don't think the Browns
I agree.
really have much to play for right now, and it's pretty sad. So it'd be a Christmas miracle. There are a lot of bad games today, and they did flex all the good games to the afternoon, which is I do love about the end of the season. So you don't have to pay attention to all the games. Oh, look at Cat being nice. All right, so we have I don't know what Taylor's picking out of the game, but I have a feeling he's not picking the Browns. So yeah, Taylor's not here today. Tatum's sick. We wish you well, Tatum. Get well soon. We hope you're better for Christmas. So we have the Falcons, the Michael Penix Jr. show now. Kirk Cousins, they paid him all that money in the offseason. It was the biggest surprise of the draft when they drafted Penix, saying, you just signed Kirk Cousins. Why the hell are you drafted Penix? He played great in that national championship game against Michigan. I mean, the guy's got an arm on him. He could throw that ball, and he's going to give him a lot more ability to run. He's a lot more mobile than Kirk Cousins was. So you're going to see a few different things there. And what better game to start your career against the horrible New York Giants? I mean, just it couldn't be a softer landing spot right now for Penix to figure this out. And he's got, Bijan to lean on, where Bijan has been playing really, really good as of late. So I'm taking the Falcons in this way. One, I don't see New York probably winning another game. They're probably going to start with that number one draft pick there. Another team that won't be far behind them with that number one draft pick, maybe number 2, 3, top 10. We have the New England Patriots, Josh Allen versus Drake May, who Taylor likes Drake May. If Taylor was here right now, I would say I like Drake May. No, the Bills look really, really prime. Everybody was saying their windows closing on the Super Bowl. Yeah, it did feel like that. And they're doing it, they got rid of Stephon Diggs. You're like, oh man, they got rid of a lot of that defense. a lot of that secondary, and they're killing it. Josh Allen in the last 3 games has been responsible for 7 passing touchdowns, 6 rushing touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown in the last 3 games. I mean, he's averaging like 380 yards of offense himself or something crazy.
I'm so mad that they took out my buddy David Montgomery.
Oh yeah,
So sad.
yeah. The Lions,
Guy
you know,
totally deserved the Super Bowl.
absolutely. I mean, the Lions team. We'll get that game next. Brian, get your question ready. But yeah, we don't need to spend a lot of time. This one, Bills are going to run away with this one. Bills are just rooting for anybody to beat Kansas City because they really want to get that number 1 seed.
Yeah.
What happens is,
I don't blame him.
and I don't know how the Bills and the Chiefs keep playing in the regular season, how the schedules keep working out, where year after year they're playing. I love it. It's like the new Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. We have the Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen thing here, but Bills look really good, and the Bills are a fan of whoever's playing the Chiefs. So
Right.
yes. All right. So we have Brian's here with me. We have Bear Down with B-Man. Speaking of David Montgomery. So all these Eagles fans should be wearing some Bears stuff today. Should we give them our little Bears keychains? Here, would you like a little Bears keychain? You're wearing it in your head and in your heart. Here you go. Yes, Brian has a question.
Which Chicago
It's yours now.
Bears
It's yours now.
player hold their
Taylor gave it to us. It was a prize.
Kristin, yeah. Which Chicago Bears
Oh, stop the car.
What?
It's a broken hand.
Is he playing?
He's playing with a broken hand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Stop the car. Josh Allen is playing with a broken hand.
which Chicago Bears player holds
The record.
the record for the most
Interceptions.
interceptions team is that is
Is
For
it
the
what?
team,
What?
not NFL.
Oh, what Chicago Bears player holds the record for the most interceptions with the, on the team? But not yet. Most interceptions.
It's clearly not in the
Yeah. It's not Walter Payton. Brian Urlacher, Peanut Tillman. Yeah, I know. I was joking. I would have no idea. Is he from someone from our lifetime? My lifetime.
Can I answer it?
I was born in 1995.
Yeah,
Can I
he's from
can
the
I can I answer it now?
Yeah, what's the answer, Brian?
What does that say?
Gary
Gary.
10-6.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
10-6.
never heard of that guy. What
10-6.
position did he play? He was a safety?
He was on the 85 Bears. I mean, he was on longer than that.
Okay. So he wasn't on the 2007-6. When did you guys go? Oh, we got the cute puppy here. Bring your dog down to Rafferty's Bar and Grill. You get 2-for-1 Tito's. It's great. All the Eagles fans are showing up here. So, all right. Do the Bears have a chance of winning today at all?
It better be.
You know, the
No, they
defense,
were totally not-
since you fired Eberflus, that defense has really gone downhill. It's kind
Am
of
I
crazy.
done?
You're done. Yeah. Thank you, Brian.
She's 100% right. The defense is not the defense that we have. And that's a big thing. Because our offense doesn't play until the fourth quarter. What the hell is that? People, you have to play fourth quarter.
Do you think Caleb is losing a little of his mojo where he came off? Yeah, and I think he had like a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He's excited. He's a number 1 overall pick. You know, it's just, and it seems like, yeah, he's just lost confidence.
How many times are we
He's lost his confidence. And it sucks because you have so much talent around him. Like Swift can be really good. DJ Moore catches everything. It comes his way. You got Keenan Allen. You got the 2 tight ends.
But he's a baby.
Yeah, give him some time.
Understand, he needs to work hard. He can make something and hands. I don't remember which game it was. The guy's throwing down. And Rama does it. He can't shoot the ball for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a good young core. I'm excited to see what they do in the future. There's been a lot of heartbreak losses.
I'm going to go on record. I'm going to say they never should have gotten rid of Fields. They should have set him up for a year. He can play behind.
That was a Justin Fields little keychain we just gave to Eddie over there. So
And he would have just helped Caleb. Because Justin scrambles more. Caleb is not running at all. He doesn't like to go out.
well, Detroit has an injury list that looks
Oh,
like
I feel so bad.
it's remember when you have the Bears has the quarterback jersey of all the Bears quarterbacks, the
Right.
Browns, the quarterback jersey. That looks like the Detroit injury
Yeah.
report right now.
It's so
Now David Montgomery out for the year. The thing with the Detroit on these injuries though, they're finding ways.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be, Montgomery's out. You're going to see some more Jamison Williams, maybe some trick plays. I mean, I didn't know the name Tim Patrick before the season, and now Tim Patrick's just the next man up with these guys, and it's a dream season. But I mean, the Bills did make a statement by going in there. But Detroit still does have the best offense in the league right now, and until they prove me otherwise, I'm obviously going to pick them against Chicago. Although they are now sitting at the top of the division with the Vikings because that lost to the Bills. Now you have the Eagles are 12-2, the Vikings 12-2, and Detroit 12-2. So it's getting very interesting at the top of this NFC playoffs. Yeah, the Packers are quietly. This is a fun year. It's not just the same. Yeah. Well, for the Browns, it's not fun, but it's just been. I was so excited about the college playoffs yesterday, and then I'm like, I'm excited about the Texans Chiefs game. Yeah, the playoffs were just blowouts all the way for the favorites. So it was a fun day yesterday. We were actually here at Rafferty's yesterday. Started off my holiday season, my vacation. Jade, you want to come say hi? We always talk about Jade. I don't know if you've ever seen Jade. This is a beautiful Jade. She's way cuter than Taylor. And we have it where it says touch up my appearance. So it's like giving us a filter a little bit.
Beauty filter.
And that's how bad I look today when I touch up my appearance.
We look great.
We do look great. Jade, who's going to win today, Detroit or Chicago?
Lions.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I would say trepidatiously, don't ask how Chicago out because if they're nothing, they're spoiled.
Yeah, that's the thing, and especially in the division, you want to see nothing but to upset one of your division guys. But yeah, this is just a game of destiny. So, all right. So I'm taking Detroit. Anyone else? Is anyone taking Chicago? Are you taking Chicago or Detroit? Yeah. So is Jade. All right, Jade's got to go to work now. Thanks, Jade. At least we had one pretty face. You think it's gonna be? They're gonna cover 6.5. You think the Lions win by more than 6.5? Okay.
Especially if the defense continues to play as poorly as they have.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been tough for the Bears, and you were in those games a little bit more earlier in the season. Now it's not so much heartbreaker, just getting beat.
Right.
Here's a horrible game. Tennessee at the Colts. Both teams flip-flopping between quarterbacks all year long. We have Mason Rudolph now starting again. Will Levis is benched again. Yeah, all Pittsburgh were the one that Myles Garrett hit with the helmet and almost retired from. I can't believe 3 people are actually watching me right now. Talk. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys. I think the Colts get this one, though. The Colts still have a little bit of a chance to make the playoffs. Let's see. The Colts right now are on the bubble. If they win today, they still have a 10% chance. If they lose today, they still have a chance if they lose. They're less than 1% chance. But the only good thing about the Tennessee this season has been that pass defense has really actually looked really well. So Mason Rudolph and Jonathan Taylor's just going to run the ball for them. Anthony Richardson, they need to figure out what they're going to do a quarterback there. If they're going to keep him there too, flip-flopping.
Oh, wait. Is Rudolph still at quarterback?
No, Mason Rudolph start today. Yeah. The Mayo King got benched. So I think I'm going to take the Colts. They have a little bit more to play for. I like their roster a little better. Okay. All these bad games today. The Cardinals, who have been disappointing, they started since the bye week, they were really excited. They have been paying guys. They gave James Conner a contract midseason. They gave Budda Baker a contract midseason. So they are trying to keep this roster and build around these guys. But we have the Panthers, Bryce Young's got a lot to prove too. He wants to keep that starting job there. So the Panthers don't suck as bad as their 3-11 record, but they're still not that great. But they're staying in games. They're figuring it out, and I think they have some promise for next season. A lot of these teams, are just kind of looking forward to either playing spoiler or looking forward to next season. So I got to take the Cardinals in this one. I think it'll be a little bit closer than – I don't know what the spread on this one is. Let's see.
I never look at
Let's see what the spread in this one is. I think it's 8.5. Oh, no, it's 5. Cardinals -5. I think they may cover that. Panthers will probably be about a touchdown, I think. But they are going to Carolina. So it's not like Carolina is a hard of a place to play. So, yeah, let's go Cards. The Mosquitoes, Taylor would call him. He'd probably be picking Carolina right now because he hates. Well, I'll tell you what, I can tell you Taylor's picking in this next game. In this next game, he is definitely not picking the Philadelphia Eagles. Even though Brian thought he walked in an Eagles jersey, but it was our friend over there, Eddie. Yeah, Philly's rooting really hard for you guys today. So I don't know. Do you guys think Washington can pull it off?
No.
It's in Washington,
No.
but yeah.
Well, I didn't think Washington was really excited with the city. It's excited about the team. But
And Washington's still in the hunt too. I mean, right now I think they haven't clinched a spot, but they are right now I think they're the 7th seed right now in the NFC. Yes, they right now are the 7th seed. If they lose this game today, they still have a 77% chance of making it. If they win today, they pull off the win, they get 94% chance of making it still.
I still think better.
Yeah, that's a fun fact we learned today. No rookie quarterback has ever made it to the Super Bowl. And no, there will be no rookie quarterback. That's a really hard feat, for rookie quarterback. I mean, even making the playoffs as a rookie quarterback is a very exciting thing. Commanders are another one of these teams where in the beginning of the season they looked really good. Jaden Daniels, now a little bit of a learning curve. But also he didn't face a lot of tough defenses earlier in the year. Once he had to start playing. Yeah, once they started having to play some defenses. But again, another promising future. If I would have told you the Commanders were going to make the playoffs this year, you would have laughed at me told me to go have another drink or something. But yeah, great fantasy quarterback. I had him sitting on my bench because I also have Josh Allen. People are fighting with me. We were in Vienna. People are texting me trying to get me to give up Jaden Daniels. I'm like, I'm in Vienna and it's Halloween right now. Leave me alone. So I think the Eagles are going to pull this one off though too. It was the Saquon show for a long time. Now all of a sudden the offense seems to be back gelling where Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown kind of like each other again, and they're not so. Before we heard they were butting heads. AJ Brown gets a touchdown. Yeah. What is it? Strength. Adversity builds strength. So you know what? Sometimes you got to take him to a racetrack parking lot and just beat the shit out of him, and then everything's all good. Sorry, it's a little inside joke with a few of our friends, but so I think the Eagles are going to pull this one off. Let's see, what is the spread here? The spread on this one, it's 3.5. So I think that Washington's going to be close. The Eagles haven't been blowing everybody out. Yeah. A lot of these experts too think it's going to be about that close. Maybe a 5-pointer. I think I'm going to take the Eagles to cover on this one. I like that jacket. I like a starter jacket.
Yeah.
Starter jackets are back. All right, I'm taking Philly. Anyone taking Washington? Anyone taking Washington? The Giants are going to win.
Giants are going to win.
Giants are going to win another game this year. That's your prediction. All right, that's the best place for them to go right now. Play against the Giants.
Can you play
Can I play
football?
I would love to play football. If I played football, I feel like I'd want to be like a defensive back. Like I feel like I want to hit the guy who has the ball and like cause like the break up the play. I don't think I need to be like the glory, the quarterback or the running back or receiver. I think I'd want to be. What would you be? You want to be a receiver?
You be the coach for the Bears?
Can I be the coach of the Bears? I'd
Yeah.
probably do a better job.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe all three of us could coach the Bears.
And Brian will get the pep talk.
That's right. I mean, how can you not win if Brian was giving the pep talk? He gave a great speech at my dad's funeral. Said that I was the best daughter ever.
Phil.
Phil.
P-H-I.
P-H-I-L.
He's sexy.
My dad, he was a sexy man. When he had a full head of hair, oh man, he was a very sexy man.
It was Gripper's hair. Her father, he had no bald, but he gets up at 5 o'clock a.m. to shave every day.
My dad had a coma.
Oh.
My dad had a coma.
Yeah, so funny. My dad had to come over for a while. My mom was like, you know what, Phil, it's just time to shave it off.
First time I ever saw him come out of the water without the coma on himself. Oh my God, he's bald. Being a kid, see him that dude. Right, moving on.
All right, moving along. We got the Rams quietly all of a sudden leading the NFC West out there. It's been first it was the Cardinals, then it was the Seahawks. Now the Rams are coming back now that they're finally healthy.
I just had a couple words to say about that.
All right. Aaron Rodgers is toxic. He did find his boy Devontae for 2 touchdowns last week, though. The thing is, this is what Aaron Rodgers does. He sucks earlier in the year. He's toxic, and at the end of the year, he's going to start playing well, and we're all going to forget about that, and then you're going to bring him back, because he's talking about maybe retiring. And
No, I think he's having issues with Woody Johnson.
what is Aaron Rodgers going to do with the retires? Because I don't want to hear him. I don't want to hear him as an analyst. I don't think he could be a coach because he's not he doesn't want to coach other people. Yeah, he doesn't want to coach other guys. He didn't want to help Jordan Love in Green Bay. He's kind of a jerk. And he lives in a dark room for 3 days to make decisions.
I'm picking the Rams.
I'm definitely picking the Rams, although I could see this being a sneaky game where the Rams early game going to the East Coast. It's always tough for those West Coast teams, but there's so much talent on that Rams ball. The Rams defense is their big weakness. So they may give up some points. So yes. And I think the little betting nugget, Kyron Williams, I think will be the first to score. And I think Kyron Williams might have 2 touchdowns today. So, but if you lose your money on that, don't come after me, okay? You heard it here first. All right. So I'm taking the Rams. I think the Jets may keep it close. This is a game that is pretty exciting too. Everyone looks at like Seattle. They can quietly make the playoffs. I think they still are on the bubble right now. Minnesota is now in the number 1 spot in your division with the Lions. Yeah. So thank you. With this pick the words out of my mouth. So we have Sam Darnold, which we were just talking about. What happens to Sam Darnold at the end of the year? He's playing well. So now Minnesota has some really good trade bait for him. Hopefully JJ McCarthy will be coming back, and then we'll see what where Sam Darnold ends up, if he stays there, if he's a backup, or if he moves along. But I think you do want to get rid of him and get as much value out of him as you can. Geno Smith did get injured last week in the game. He is playing today, though. So, which when he was out of the game, it's a good thing that he is going to be playing because it didn't look good without him. The one thing no one's talking about Minnesota is, they have great. Aaron Jones is playing great there. Obviously Justin Jefferson. Their defense has quietly put together a really, really nice season. Yeah, that defense nobody's really talking about, but they're keeping them in the games and they're helping them out in some of these closer games. I think that Minnesota is going to go out there and win. They need to win. Yeah, they need to win. Seattle's got a little bit more to play for because Seattle's still trying to make it into the playoffs. Right now, Seattle, they are the 8th seed right now, so they're on the bubble. If they win today, they have 51% chance of making it. With a loss, they still have a 23% chance. But and they also are second in the NFC West against the Rams. And they're tied record, but so the Rams won the tiebreaker there. But yeah, so they have a lot to play for today, but I just think Minnesota's a little bit more talented, and I just don't think Seattle's quite ready just yet. Oh, here's another fun fact. These are both ex-Jets quarterbacks playing really well. The Jets suck. Geno Smith was a Jet. Sam Darnold was a Jet. And they're both, in the hunt, and the Jets are just horrible. Speaking of horrible, here's a horrible game. It's in Las Vegas. That's cool. It's like one of my favorite places in the world. But Jacksonville going out to Las Vegas. Speaking of Jacksonville, oh, by the way, we got to give a shout out to Los Linderos Tequila last week. They came and boys from Jacksonville. Tequila that Urban Meyer is an investor in. Tried the tequila. Rafferty's carrying it now. And Urban Meyer himself was here last week with his wife, Shelly. I was very annoying. Yes, I was very annoying. They were actually very nice. I hung out with them for a little bit. I got a picture with them. Coach gave me a hug goodbye. He's actually a really nice guy. It was cool to see him. Hopefully he'll be back. He does live in the Sarasota area. But yeah, just thank you to Los Linderos for coming and seeing us. And if you're at Rafferty's, come on and try some tequila. Did we try it? I think we tried it. Yeah. Yeah, come on.
I am going to New York to see my brother. I love you, Patrick.
For what reason?
For Christmas.
And what did you get? And Brian got us Christmas gifts today. Thank you, Brian. And there's one for Taylor. Should we open it? I'm joking. I'm joking. So we'll have to get that to Taylor. Maybe we'll see him at the Rafferty's Christmas party tomorrow night and get that to him. Yeah, the only good highlight for the Raiders this year is they are going to have probably the offensive rookie of the year in Brock Bowers. Jags are a little bit of a mess. They have a little bit of a better record. This game's awful. I'm going to take the Raiders for the sheer fact that they're at home and Jacksonville's got to go out to Vegas. Other than that, I really don't have much to say about this. Anyone think the Jags can pull it off today? Nope. Strange? You need some strange today? I could be witty by myself. I don't need Taylor here. Like Tom turned around on that one. This is another game. Okay, I'm taking the Raiders just because they're at home. I'll check the over-under in that game. It's got to be low. I would probably take the under in that game. I think maybe it might be like a 13-10 kind of game here. Let's see. If the Raiders are favored by 1.5, and it is a 40.5 over-under, I would probably take the under on that one. I don't see either team scoring 20 points. But what do I know? This is the worst sports show ever. So, all right. This game earlier in the season, I thought maybe, or beginning of the season, when you see it on paper, you're like, oh, it's week 16. You're going to have San Francisco coming out to Miami. The Dolphins will probably be in the hunt. San Francisco's probably going to be leading the NFC, and we're looking at a 6-8 and a 6-8 team. Miami's offense never got off. Jalen Waddle, I do not believe, is playing today. He didn't practice at all this week. San Francisco is just, man, a sad story. Wrapping it up with Christian McCaffrey for the year, just the injuries. They lost Ayuk earlier this year. I think San Francisco might pull this one off, though. I don't know. I just feel like Miami doesn't have a great defense. Miami cannot figure out that run game, even though those two. Hey, you're a Bears fan today, right? Yeah, see? The Eagles fans are rolling in. We even got a puppy here with his little Eagles scarf. He's so cute.
We'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay. Bye, guys. If I don't see you, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes. It starts at 8. Rafferty's Christmas party, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Be there or be square. You get to say with me, you want to come on the show? Come say hi. Come say hi. The beautiful Nicole Mancini in the house. Come on, come say hi. We got these. Look at these beautiful Eagles fans we have. Taylor's sick today, so I'm just rolling by myself. And I didn't study anything because I was watching Ohio State football all night last night. So we're just getting through it here. I can't believe I've talked for 30 minutes and people are still watching. So this is really, I'm proud of myself. I think San Fran's going to win this one. I don't believe, let's see what the playoffs pictures look for these two teams. I don't think that they can still make it. All right. So the 49ers with a win, they have less than 1% chance to make it. If they lose, they have a less than 1% chance to make it. So it's safe to say the 49ers not making the playoffs this year. Dolphins, there's no way they're winning the division. They are in the 9th spot right now. With a win, they do go up to 9% chance to make it. Right now they're at a 4%. So tell me there's a chance. But yeah, I don't know. I think San Fran, I don't know. There's no reason, rhyme or reason behind this. I'm just picking San Fran. All right. Tampa Bay made a statement win last week. They started off slow. They are starting to figure it out at the right time. They're winning the games they're supposed to win. They are not losing to bad teams, they're not even coming close to losing to bad teams. They're beating the Saints. They're beating the Panthers. They're beating the Giants. Whoever they need to beat, they're not letting them come in. So Dallas, another bad team. The defense has been playing a little bit better since Parsons been back. I know Taylor's going to take the Cowboys because he's an idiot. He could be winning in our pick'ems if he didn't pick against the Eagles, and for the Cowboys every week he'd probably be winning because the Eagles are on a 10-game win streak, so that's 10 games right there he lost. I really like what Tampa's doing, and since I do live in the area and I do go to the games, I am sometimes a little bit of a Bucs fan, so I am rooting for them for this playoff run. Baker, you can never count Baker out. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He'll figure it out. Mike Evans and him have that connection. Even with Godwin out, Kate Otten has stepped in. Sterling Shepard's made some plays. Bucky Irving's really figuring it out. Rashad White has slowly come along. He had a slow start to the season, and he's doing a lot better. So I see Tampa winning this one handily. I see Tampa going on and winning the NFC South and maybe making a little run in the playoffs. Maybe, taking out a team that you don't think they would take out. So let's go Bucks. We're Bucks fans now, right? You gotta support the local team. My buddy does the on-field stuff. DJ Eakin, it's a great stadium. If you ever get the chance to go out to the Pirate Ship. And that's tonight, Sunday Night Football, and tomorrow night, Monday Night Football. New Orleans against Green Bay. New Orleans, another team that is just completely beat up. Their injury report's almost as long as the Detroit Lions. So where did my playoff picture go here? The Packers are right now the 6th seed. So Packers pretty much are going to make the playoffs. They're 99% chance right now. With a win, it's still 99% chance. With a loss, it's still 99% chance. So it's safe to say the Packers are going to make the playoffs. So you're going to have the Packers in the playoffs. You're going to have the Lions in the playoffs. You're going to have the Vikings in the playoffs. Who's not going to be in the playoffs? The Bears. The whole NFC North is going to be in the playoffs, except for the Bears. Packers have a lot to play for. Another team who are figuring it out right at the right time here. So I'm picking the Packers in this one. I don't think anyone's going to take the Saints. I think Packers have the odds in this one I was looking at my betting, and if I took the Packers, it made my winnings go down actually because the odds were so heavily in their favor. So taking Green Bay in that one, and I think that's going to be probably a lower scoring game for, let's say, a 27-10. So let's go 37. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for about 35 minutes and putting up with me and my horrible picks. And you all have a Merry Christmas, and we will see you guys next week. It won't be the New Year yet. So we have one more show left in 2024, week 17. And Buckeyes don't play it on New Year's either, so we don't have to talk about that either. And the Cavs are still in first place, which is great. I don't know what's going on in hockey. Taylor's not here to tell me. So thanks for joining us. We will see you guys next week. Have a great Christmas, everyone.